I actually lost my vision about 25 years ago from diabetes. So I was on a roller coaster of having vision and not having vision. Even me sitting here, there could be 10 people in front of me, and I have no idea until they speak.
Meet Captain, Lori Bernson's constant companion. He's a graduate of Guide Dogs of America's program that breeds, raises, and trains dogs that will go on to help the blind and visually impaired.
I contacted Guide Dogs of America, and I got just a warm feeling.
The program's dogs are bred specifically for the purpose of becoming guide dogs.
We do all of our own breeding here on our campus. It's a very specialized dog that we're looking for. We use mainly Labrador Retrievers. They're very food motivated, they're very friendly.
The campus, located in Sylmar, California, is where their training begins. Trainers begin monitoring the development of the puppies as soon as they're born and throughout the first weeks of their lives. When the puppies reach 8 weeks of age, they're sent to the homes of volunteer puppy raisers.
All of our puppies are raised in volunteer homes, and our puppy raisers, they really are the cornerstone of what we do here. We say all the time, we can't make guide dog teams without volunteer puppy raisers, the amazing, selfless, giving people who welcome these puppies into their hearts and homes for a little more than a year and give them that amazing foundation that they need to come back to our campus so that we can teach them how to be guide dogs.
My kids grew up and they were out of the house, and I said, I'm going to do this. And that was in 2011. And so that was puppy number 1, and now here it is, and I'm on puppy number 7.
We have one family who I believe right now they're raising their 31st dog.
You would take the dog home with you and teach it basic obedience. You would be responsible to teach it how to go on a bus and this and that. It's a great experience. It's a great way of teaching responsibility to your children and your family. And some of our best puppy raisers have been children because they take it very seriously. Out of the dogs that we graduate, a lot of them graduate because the families do it as a project together.
So amongst our puppy raiser population, we have single people, we have families, we have empty nesters, we have newly retired couples. I always say puppy raising is a great retirement sport.
We're doing it to help others. I mean, it's not about us, it's about raising this beautiful animal to help somebody who needs it.
All of these people that have guide dogs means that behind that, there's a person or a family who took in a precious ball of fur at 7 weeks of age, put so much work into making this dog as good as this dog can be, and then having to turn the dog back in, and they're volunteering for this, is the most selfless thing I can think of.
At around 18 months old, the dogs are returned to the academy and begin formal training with Guide Dogs of America instructors.
So we kind of call this going off to college. It's a super emotional day for the puppy raisers. They have put their blood, sweat, and tears into making these dogs ready for their formal training.
It's bittersweet, but this is what it's all about. It's not about us, it's about him, and it's about preparing him for this moment to be ready to go into formal training.
People are always asking, oh, I'd love to raise a puppy, but I could never give it up. And my comeback to that is, well, first of all, you're not giving the dog up, you're giving the dog forward.
You know, if anybody ever tells you it's easy to give them up, it's not. That would not be probably truthful. But the way I look at it is my heart gets a little bit bigger with every puppy that I raise, and hopefully becomes a working guide. You say goodbye and you cry, and then you say you're going to take a break sometimes, but then a week later you get a phone call and you raise a puppy again.
Once the dogs are back at the school, instructors begin to work with each dog individually to teach them advanced commands such as moving through a world of obstacles, traffic, noise, varying terrains, stairways, escalators, and identifying potentially dangerous situations.
The dogs don't know where you want to go. He's in charge of our safety, and I'll kind of tell him where I think I need to go. So there could be a hybrid car making a turn in front of me that I don't see or hear. And in that instance, the dogs are taught what's called intelligent disobedience. If I were to say, Captain, forward, and he doesn't go, I have to figure out, something's in my way. Is there a pole here, or is it a car that I don't hear that's turning the corner? Or is it a cyclist?
About 50% of the dogs don't make it.
For the dogs that do make it through, the full training lasts 4 to 6 months.
A guide dog will help people travel independently, safely. It improves their mobility.
Goliath down here is my second guide dog. And so when I'm out walking, we're rolling. And I walk just as fast now as I did prior to losing my eyesight.
So if I'm crossing Ventura Boulevard, oh, for sure people think like, you are? Ventura and Sepulveda? Really? And to me, it's like, that's what we do.
Once the dogs have passed their proficiency test, a group of 10 visually impaired students comes to live at the GDA campus free of charge for an immersive 3-week course. This enables the staff to better match students with the right guide dog for them and gives them their first chance to work together as a team.
We'll match them with a dog that will be a good fit for both their lifestyle, their activity level, any special mobility like any gait issues.
During their 3-week stay at the GDA campus, the guide dogs live with their students at the dorm, allowing further time to bond and become companions.
Instead of being him and you, now you're this singular unit because you don't know where that harness starts and my hand stops and vice versa.
The gift that I got as a result of my blindness was my first, second, third, and fourth now guide dog. And it's a whole different love with each dog, completely as intense. But like children, I don't have kids, but I would imagine each child is loved tremendously, but they hit different spots in your heart. But each one fills the heart.
It costs about $48,000 for one dog to go through the entire training process.
At the end of class, at the 21 days, we have graduation. When they get home, they really become the instructor for the dog. It can take 6 months to a year once the graduating team gets home to really solidify that bond. Our guide dogs have a great life at home. Dogs need a well-rounded life, so they need both work and play. When a guide dog is not in harness and at home, they're no longer on the clock or considered working.
A successful team usually works at least 6 years together. Like people, the dogs tend to slow down, and you don't want to keep chancing that, no, he's still sharp, he's still quick, he can get me out of the way of a car and save us both. So you don't want to push it too much. I mean, I don't want him to be at risk either. It's not just selfishly.
These canine companions end up impacting the lives of their handlers in many unexpected ways.
Besides the mobility and the independence, the other thing that they provide for us is, at least for me, is a lot of love. Some people think, well, it's just a dog. Trust me, it's much more than just a dog. He becomes a whole part of who you are and your family.
I was able to, in time, start to think about not listening for danger, but rather listening to the sounds of the good life. Like, I can hear birds, I can hear children. It's almost like an organ donor in a way. He and my previous dogs have given me my life.
Members of the general public can lend a helping hand by volunteering or making a donation. With your support, blind and visually impaired individuals will receive an incredible gift of a guide dog partner.
It's a lot of donations, a lot of individual donors, people leave us bequests, and so on and so forth. A lot of generosity makes this place happen.
Guide Dogs of America is always looking for puppy raisers because we always have puppies that are being born.
We have a number of litters that we'll be placing, so if you're interested, please check out the website, guidedogsofamerica.org. We would love to tell you more about the program.
It tells you what the United States is really about when you see everybody participating towards a common goal, and that is putting these beautiful service animals in the hands of the visually impaired.